You're probably stressed about something right now. Maybe multiple things, all at once, all urgent. You lie awake at 3 a.m. running through things you can't solve. There's an entire industry designed to help you manage it. But for 99.9% of human history, none of that existed. And they were stressed too, just not the way you'd think. The stress response is one of evolution's greatest inventions. Threat detected, adrenaline fires, cortisol floods the body. Everything non-essential shuts down. Only survival matters. The threat passes, the body starts to come down. Within minutes of safety, cortisol begins returning to normal. Robert Sapolsky at Stanford spent decades studying the stress response. The zebra doesn't lie awake worrying about yesterday's lion. Acute stress, short, intense, then completely over. That's what the system was built for. 3 minutes. Cortisol is brilliant at short threats, terrible at long ones. Your cortisol can't tell a lion from an inbox. These threats have no physical endpoint. The cortisol stays. Days, weeks, sometimes years. The body never gets the all clear. Decades of research linked chronic cortisol to serious physical damage. Chronic cortisol erodes the brain, immune system, and the heart. Ancient humans faced genuine, life-threatening stress regularly. But those stressors ended, the body got the all-clear signal. We invented the threat that never ends. Not a lion chasing you, an inbox that never empties. So shorter stress cycles, less chronic pressure, got it. Just reduce the ongoing stress, simple. But here's what the data on ancient stress actually showed. They had chronic stress too. Famine lasted months. Conflict lasted years. So how did they get through it? The answer starts in the body. After the threat ended, the ancient body did something automatic. It shook. Watch any animal after a chase. It trembles. Then it's done. Peter Levine spent decades studying how animals prevent lasting trauma. Animals prevent trauma by completing every step of the stress cycle. Humans have the same reflex. We learn to suppress it. Ancient hunters shook, panted, collapsed, the full physical circuit. Cortisol dropped because the body completed the circuit. The long walk home after a hunt was a cortisol detox. Physical movement metabolizes the stress chemicals. That's the design. Every physical demand of the day was also a stress regulator. Emily Nagoski's research confirmed stress needs a physical endpoint. Removing the stressor doesn't stop the cortisol. Only the body moving does. The stressor stopped. The cortisol is still waiting to leave. Ancient stressors forced physical resolution. Ours never do. That's why a walk after a hard day actually works. It's not metaphor. By the time they sat at the fire, the stress was gone from the body. We sit too, but we never completed the circuit first. But movement was only half of the ancient stress response. When stressed, ancient humans moved toward each other, not away. In 2000, researchers discovered a second stress response entirely. Fight or flight is only half the story. The other half is tend and befriend. When threatened, social species move toward the group for safety. Touch, presence, physical nearness. The body reads these as safety. Robin Dunbar at Oxford found that social touch releases endorphins directly. Touch releases oxytocin and endorphins that directly counteract cortisol. Elders calming young hunters with a touch after danger. Simple, ancient. Simply being in the physical presence of safe others calms the nervous system. Modern stickman stressed, texts a friend, gets a thumbs up back. The cortisol doesn't register a text as safety. It needs the body to feel it. Even a video call is missing the signal the nervous system is looking for. For ancient humans, safety was physical. Bodies next to bodies every night. So move your body, be physically near people. That's the answer. Mostly, but here's the part that surprised everyone. It wasn't just being together, it was what they said. Specifically, when what they said at night, around the fire. In 2014, Polly Wiesner documented what ancient people talked about at night. 80% of fire conversations were stories, not plans, stories. Stories of what happened today, what frightened them, what went wrong. Not entertainment, not gossip, processing. When you narrate what happened, your brain refiles it as memory. Storytelling measurably lowers cortisol. You're telling your body, it's over. Research confirms. Putting stress into words reduces its physiological power. The fire circle was the world's first therapy session. Every night, with everyone who mattered, for 300,000 years. You told it, they heard it. The nervous system registered, complete. You lie awake replaying the same scene because nobody heard it yet. The threat stays active if the body never got to process it into story. We replaced the fire circle with social media. The cortisol noticed. Ancient stress had somewhere to go. Ours goes in circles. Ancient humans had 4 natural exits from stress, built into every day. We've made all 4 exits optional, or expensive, or both. Movement, outsourced to machines, but often without resolving the day's cortisol. Touch, moved behind glass. The nervous system can't feel a pixel. Story, replaced by scrolling, consuming others' stress instead of processing your own. Community shrunk to 2 people trying to carry what 20 used to hold. We replaced the 4 exits with pills, apps, and techniques. These treat the symptom. The stress itself never leaves. Your body isn't broken. It's looking for an exit that no longer exists. Stress isn't the problem. Uncompleted stress is. You need to move, not for fitness, to metabolize what's inside. You need physical presence, not a text, a body near yours. You need to tell someone what happened today, out loud, not as a post. And you need to be heard back, witnessed, not just liked. Your ancestors weren't calmer because the world was safer. The world was much more dangerous, far more. But every stress had a natural exit built into the day. We kept the stress, we removed the exit. No hunt to finish, no fire to sit around, no one to tell it to. One more notification instead. And the cortisol waits and waits. Your nervous system isn't broken, it's just looking for the way out. The exit your ancestors built into every single day.